This week in my Facebook group Wellness Toolbox, I started a new discussion about building habits and building lasting habits. More than habits themselves, what I'd like to discuss today is a term called micro habits. What are these and what is the difference? When we're trying to make significant changes in our lives, when we have set ourselves a goal that we're aiming to work towards, whether it is in my field of interest, which is in wellness and health, nutrition and mindset, or be it in other areas of life, a goal that you want to work towards to be able to be more successful, perhaps in work, perhaps in relationships. Habits become something that we look at. When we're wanting to get to a new goal, if our habits are not compatible with reaching that goal, then these take assessment, reassessment sometimes, and then building new habits in order to ensure that we set ourselves up for success. What can feel very daunting is when we set ourselves a goal, get an idea of the habits that we need to either break or enhance or re-implement or upgrade, and we feel completely overwhelmed by them. These habits, which may seem easy to one, can feel like a dead weight to somebody else, just pulling them right back down and making them feel like they don't even want to get going. That what's the point in even starting, because this is something that I really feel is impossible to implement. And this is where micro habits come in. These are literally bite-sized portions that build up towards achieving a habit, a new habit, which ultimately will take you on your journey to your goal. And each step in the process is definitely moving in that direction. But what micro habits do is that they allow you to feel confident and positive about doing something more without the overwhelm that so often gets wrapped up in it. I'll give you an example. I always go back to this because it's such an easy, practical example to think about. People who are really not good at drinking water. Often in my practice, I'll ask a client, how much water do you drink every day? And the answer is not enough. And I always say, that doesn't tell me how much it is. So for one person, not enough could be 2 liters a day, and for somebody else, not enough could be half a liter a day. What I'm trying to get at is that if you want to build up to drinking 2 liters a day, you don't start on day 1, unless it's really easy for you, by just drinking 2 liters a day. Perhaps if you're not drinking very much at all, it means making sure that you're drinking just 1 or 2 glasses a day. How do we reinforce these micro habits? Is by keeping, perhaps, I like this idea for myself personally, a checklist where I can literally tick off for myself, this is what I've done today. So if this is something that works for you, you're welcome to do it. However you want to log or document it, even if it's just in your mind. Sometimes writing it down or having somewhere to be accountable to actually allows you not only to tick it off, but to see the long-term progress. So you can go back a few days and go, oh wow, look, today I had 3 glasses of water. And when I started, 1 or 2 were a struggle. So these are the micro steps, these micro habits that we build into our lives to ensure that the long-term bigger habits become easier to entrench and implement. I hope that this has helped you today. There are obviously many other examples of where micro habits come into play, but this is a good starting point. I definitely feel that some kind of an accountability checklist is fabulous to be able to give yourself that little extra pat on the back that you need and give you the momentum to build and go forward. Have a wonderful day and a great week further.